Hi friends, here is a beautiful problem that has come in IIT JEE Mains 2019. We are given a circle that cuts a chord of length 4a on x-axis. Right, any circle, the length it is making on x-axis. For example, if these two are the points, the length is 4a, the chord length is. And it is going through a point, passing through a point 2b on y-axis. This point is always fixed. This length is always fixed. The length on the x-axis, the chord length, and the point through which it passes. Right, these two are fixed. Here the chord is not fixed. The length of the chord is fixed. Here the point is always fixed. Right. Now what is the locus of the center? Right. The circle can be bigger, right? It can go little bigger, it can go smaller, but it should always pass through this point. And at the same time, the chord, it should the chord length of the chord it is making on x-axis is 4a. Let us try to understand this more visually and then we will try to prove it mathematically. What is the locus of the center? Is it another circle? Is it a straight line? Is it a parabola, etc.? First, let us understand this more figurative, more in the diagram, more with the figure. Right. So, for example, let's take these circles. Right. Let's take this big blue circle. It is making a length of 2 to 8, right? This is cutting the x-axis, which is length is 6 units, right? And it is going through this point B, right? Let's take this one, this this light blue one. It is also it is making a length of from 1 to 7. This is also making 6 units chord here, this point to this point, and it is going to this point B again. Now let's take this light green circle. It is touching x-axis at 6 and at 0. So this also the chord length is 6 and still going to the point B. In the red one, it is the length of the chord is plus 5 to minus 1. Right, minus 1 to plus 5. This is also the chord length is actually 6 units and it is still going to this point B. Similarly, this orange one, 4 to minus 2. Right. This is also length 6 and still going to this point 2, 0. Sorry, 0, 2. Right. Y axis is 2. Right. Now again, let's take this blue one. This blue one. It is going from minus 6 to 0. That means the length is 6 units and still going to this point B. Right. Now let's finally come to this gray one, which is exactly opposite a mirror image of this blue one. Big blue one, right? Big gray one. Here, this one is going from minus 8 to minus 6. The intercepts are minus 2 and minus 8. So length of the chord is still 6 units and still going through this point B, which is 2, which is fixed, right? 0, 2 on y-axis. Now, if you see all of the circles are satisfying our criteria. What is our criteria? Length of the chord is constant 4a. In our case, 4a means 6 we have taken, that is 4 into 1.5. Right. And still going through the same point, which is 2b. In our case, b is 1. Right. In this case, b is 1, so 2b is 2. Right. Now, if you look at the centers are all going through this curve, which actually is a parabola. Right. This is a parabola. The centers are actually going through this parabola, satisfying the condition where they are making equal lengths of intercepts on x-axis and still passing through the same same point on y-axis. Right, guys. So we now know just by looking at the diagram that it is a parabola. How do you prove this mathematically? It is important for us to understand this diagrammatically also. Right. Now let's get to the analytical part of it. How do you prove it? Prove in terms of equations. What is the general equation of a circle? X square plus y square plus 2gx 2fy plus c equals 0. We all know this. Right, guys? And we all know the proof of this any g, any f, any c, it will still be a circle. Right? We all know the proof. If you don't know the proof, please message below and then we will understand the proof also. Any expression of this form can be expressed like can be a circle. Right? Now, what is the intercept? What is the length of the intercept? Length of intercept that is from this point to this point. We also know that is 2 under root g square minus c. Right, guys? I hope you all know the derivation also of why it is 2 under root a square minus c. Right. Please mention below the comments why it is 2 underscore g square minus c. And if you don't know the derivation, then also please comment. Then we make another video on this part. Why it is 2 underscore g square minus c. This is very important. Right, guys? Now here it is given the intercept it is making on x-axis is 4a. What does that mean? 4a equals 2 underscore g square minus c. That means 2a equals underscore g square minus c. That means 4a square equals g square minus c. That means c equals g square minus 4a square. Right. What is g? Here minus G minus F are the centers or the is the center of the circle that we all know, right? In this kind of equation, minus G minus F is the center of the circle. So we need to find a relation between this minus G and minus F. That is the locus, right? So now we have expressed G in terms of A and C, right? But we want G in terms of F. Okay, now we are also given this point 0 to be is always on the circle, right? What does that mean? If 0 to be is always on the circle, we can directly substitute this 0 to be in this equation to find out some other criteria. What is that criteria? 0 square plus 2b square y square plus 2 into g into x is anyway 0, so this is 0. 2 into f into y is 2b plus c equals 0. This translates to 4b square plus 2 into 2 4fb plus c equals 0. Right. Here is another equation. Here it is f in terms of b and c. This is g in terms of a and c. But we want every f in terms of g or g in terms of f. We have the c common, right? Let us replace the c with g square minus 4a square. Now then we'll have f and g in the same equation. So this equation will become 4b square plus 4fb plus g square minus 4a square equals 0. This equation has got f and g together. So let us express this. G square becomes minus 4fb minus 4b square plus 4a square. But the center of the circle is minus g minus f. We need to express in terms of minus g and minus f, not just g and f. So the locus will become, if we replace, g square is also equal to minus g square. So the locus will become g is x, minus g is x, and minus f is y. So x square equals minus 4 into f is y, right? Minus f is y, so 4by and plus 4a square minus 4b square. So this is in the form of x square equals 4by plus 4a square minus 4b square. So if you please look into this. This is in the form of y equals something into x square plus some constant. Right. This is in the form of equation of parabola. Right. Y equals something into x square plus some constant. Right. Now, this is the proof that the center of the circle, that is x and y, the locus is actually a parabola. Now, in this one, this parabola, whatever we have taken, what exactly is this parabola? Let us substitute. Or in this case, a is 1.5, right? 4a is 6, a is 1.5, b is 1. Let us substitute that. A is 1.5 and b equals 1. Then this equation becomes x square equals 4by, 4 1y, that is 4y plus 4 into a square minus b square, that is 1.5 square minus 1 square, which is 1.2.25 minus 1. Right. So this becomes 4 into 1.25, that is 5. So x square equals 4y plus 5. Y equals x square by 4 minus 1.25. Right. That is this equation. You can see minus 1.25. Right. The intercept. Here it is minus 1.25. This point is minus actually 1.25. Right, x square equals. When x equals 0, y is minus 1.25. Right, guys? And when y equals 0, so this is the equation for this particular case. But so finally the answer is when the circle is like this, the locus of the center is actually a parabola. We have seen this in terms of diagrammatically as well as in terms of equations. Right. Right, guys. Hope you like this. This is an important problem. But we have used some familiar formula here. this one, please understand the derivation of this also. It is very important. Thank you, guys.